We're going to have a Firebird day today. So if you haven't seen this before, and maybe you haven't, that's a 67 Pontiac Firebird 400. It has been, I guess what do you call them, Cole's notes on it. This car come out here in 2021. I put quarter panels on it. There's a new trunk floor in it. A little bit of patching on the wheel lips, not bad on the wheelhouses there. Body worked it all, painted. That's the original color on it. I can't remember what the blue's called. It's code F, if anybody cares. So that's the original blue on it. Did the door jambs, did the trunk jam, did the firewall. Like I say, that was 2021, and then at that point, it went back to the owner. And this is a father-son project. His dad bought this car new, I believe. And so, and if it wasn't new, it had like no miles on it. He bought it in '67. So it was going to be a father-son project because the son is the one who is restoring the car. So in 2021, it might have been 2022 by the time I got all that done, took him the car back, and they were going to clean up stuff and do the mechanical work on it and then bring it back to me, and I was going to finish bodywork and paint. So they had the car for a little over 2 years, and they didn't do diddly poop to it. It sat in his garage, and he never touched it. So then it came back out here to me because I said, well, I can do it. So at this point, they had the motor already rebuilt at that point. That is the original 400 out of it. And if you look on the inside, it's got one of the big peckers sticking out of the floor. That is the original transmission out of the car. So since I've had it back, I've had the dash all apart, the heater, everything out of it, redid all that. The heater was all frozen with rust, got all the heater doors and all that shit working, blasted it, cleaned it up, painted it all. There's cardboard on the floor because you can kind of see on the hump the silver in there. Well, she has decided that makes some good picking that stuff, because I lined the floors with some shit. You can see it up there too. So I've had to cut out and replace a couple of pieces because of her. And that's not fatty cakes, that's sketchy up there. You don't see much of sketchy. Anyways, never mind. So all this stuff, see if I can get that open. I don't usually, this car is a nice enough car that I would normally have wanted, when I was doing this years ago, I would have wanted to paint it apart and then assemble the painted pieces. But I did this because they were going to be working on the car, so I wanted the car to be fairly together because they were going to be dealing with all this kind of stuff. So I didn't know what they were going to need to do. So anyways, that's why it's got doors and shit on it. Nowadays, I'm not as big a fan of painting them in pieces and assembling them because that just takes years off of your life. Inside here, it's dirty as hell in here, but I did the trunk floor and I've re-spatter coated it. Same as GM would have, like it's got the blue, gray, and black spatter coating. There was evidence of it in here before, so everything's done nicely in here. Like actually when it's cleaned up, it looks very nice in there. What else? This stuff's all brand new. I took the diff out. That is the original 10-bolt diff that come in this car. It's an odd diff for this car because it's got an N on the top of that, which means that it's a nodular cased 10-bolt. And you see that guy in there? So it's got two of them sons of bitches. See, there's another one over here. So this car has, on account of the 400 up there and the pecker sticking out of the floor there, this car got a pair of factory traction bars. So that's an iron bar that's the bracket's welded to the frame and it goes on, and then it bolts to, there's plates up in the floor that it bolts to. So it's got that. So this stuff's all brand new. You can barely see there's new stainless steel brake line kit all through the car. I got a piece of cardboard down there because I cannot get this son of a bitch to quit leaking. So it's got to be a combination of the Chinese high dollar, I think it was high dollar, stainless steel brake line and the Mexican AC Delco wheel cylinder that I put in there. Because everybody's brand new inside there. Everything else is alright, ain't leaking. Like I bled the brakes, it's got brake pressure everywhere. But this one seeps at the fitting. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing is getting another set of rear end brake lines and change the brake line out for another one and see if I can get it to seal. I don't know. Pisses me off. It's very slow, it just seeps. I gave her I've resorted to giving her the business with vice grips. That's what I've done, and I've turned the edges pretty much off of the flare nut, giving her the business to try to get it tight enough without stripping the threads out of it. And I'm there. I cannot get any more out of it because with vice grips, I've turned it. So I got a piece of cardboard down there. That is not a drip on that cardboard yet. That is from the other side that has drips on it. And there's my little towel for drying it off. Because I just want to see if I got it, I got it. Sometimes with the brake lines, I found that sometimes it's just a little of a turn is all it takes to get them to seal up. If you can get that last little out of them, I don't know. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, I guess. I'll get another line and hope it works and hope that it's not the wheel cylinder in there. Because I don't want to take the brakes all apart. That sucks. I don't like brakes. Bam. Here we are up here. So one other thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to start going through the wiring. I bought a new engine harness for it. A lot of it is, pretty easy to figure out. Your heater, your oil. So this is the oil pressure wire, but they've got a different thingamabob on it with a different connector on the end. So this doesn't work. So I guess what I'm probably going to do, I don't want to just put a spade connector on there, which is what they had on this old, see, this is why I got an engine harness. Look at that beauty, eh? Are you getting a boner looking at that? Probably not. So they had a spade connector on there, and I don't want to do that. So I think actually what I might do is I might cut that cup off of the end, which will keep, I guess that's basically just a spade connector covered in rubber on there. And then, because that boot's not gonna, you can't really see in the dark, but that's just got a male spade poking straight out of there. Done the old oil warmer. Nice, eh? But anyways, so that's the oil. That's easy. That's gonna be heater. This guy I traced back around and touched on with a meter. Can you see that? No, you can't. It's only one plug in there, and it's a ground. I don't know what it would have grounded over here. I don't know. I didn't take this car apart. See, I did a video before about helping whoever's going to be facilitating the restoration on your car, about helping them out with the work that you're going to do to not cause them more work, to cost you more money. Well, they blew this whole car apart. So I don't know what went where to who to how to what. So I don't know where that ground wire would have went to. The reason that I deciphered that it's a ground wire is I'm assuming in this harness, now this green is going to go to the temperature, and this would have went to the coil. So I'm assuming that I will separate the yellow wire out of that, and that's what I will use to power this HEI destructicator that we have in there. But what I was started with is that ground wire that I found over there. So with an ohm meter, it's tied into this wire here. So I'm guessing that these two wires here are going to be for electric choke into the carbonator. I'm assuming. Don't know for sure. I mean, everything else is pretty obvious. That's windshield wiper stuff. The starter wiring, and I mean, that's all that's on the engine harness. The alternator wiring is on the headlight harness, which is that guy. There's other stuff I don't know either. So there's the two-pronger hidden back in here that had nothing plugged into it when I got the car, so I don't know what it is. I'm also going to have to take, so their brake line coming off of the factory harness is different than the plug that goes on the old right stuff here. So I'm just going to have to, I'll solder and heat shrink to join those up. So that's pretty much where we're at, I guess, at this point. I am waiting on alternator brackets because got to put that on because I got that bracket for that and also mounts that. But it's got to have shorter brackets because it's going to move the alternator from there to right where my finger is. It's going to be right there. And I have to make a fuel line. I'll find a fitting for the pump. There's a coil of metal line up there, so I will, instead of paying the $100 and some odd and waiting a few weeks for a factory line that isn't going to go to that carburetor anyways, because that's got an odd inlet Holley, and that's the carburetor that they want to use on this. So the fuel line is made to go right into the front of a quadrajet, whereas this Holley is going to come outside. So I'm going to make a line that goes a little extra long, and then there will be a little piece of rubber going to the carbonator and a little piece of rubber going to the pump, is what I'm fitting to do. And then I got to get lines for that to go to that box what I put in. This is a standard steering car, standard brake car. I put a disc brake kit on it, and they already had a power steering pump in with all the shit they brought me with, or a power steering box in with all the shit they brought me for the car, and it's the right box for the car. So I put the box on the car. Right, cha. So that's the point where we're at now with all this. It's actually been a surprising amount of work, really. Actually, maybe not, because with blasting the subframe, because I pulled the subframe off the car, blasted it. The suspension all looked good. I mean, I gave her all the business, and everybody seems pretty tight there, so I just painted it all. Put that back in. I've put the motor in. I've had the dash apart. I took the gauge cluster completely apart, cleaned the cluster up, all the gauges, the dials, everything, the plastics, polished the plastic and everything, put it back together again. Back in the car, had the column out, sanded, painted the steering column, floors inside the car. Oh, the bottom of the car, I stripped the floors and epoxy primed and coated, as you can see the black there, the bottoms of the car. And I mean, all that so far has been like 120 or 130 hours I've got into the car, to the point of where it's sitting here now. So actually, it really hasn't been that bad, I guess. It's Christmas or something, or it's his birthday or something. I got a new hat. See what the hat says? Okay. It come with that. So we're going to try. Well, we're not going to try. We're just going to do it. So this is what we got for it. Ordered it online. Now, the reason that we went for this is in that box. So this is it's a mandrel bent 2.5-inch kit. According to all the information, I haven't taken anything out of here except for the pillows. Oh, and the hat. I took the hat out too. I had to take the hat off again because, I mean, I got it dirty just putting it on for a minute. Where was I? Oh, one of the sticky points to this car, and here, let's go running back over to the car, is it was looking at other exhaust systems, Flowmaster kits and whatnot, and every exhaust system, every exhaust kit, and every exhaust shop, they're going to put the mufflers right there. You can't put the mufflers right there. I've laid underneath this car. You can't put the mufflers right there. You can't do it because there's those there. So what do? I'm asking you. Well, I'll tell you what you do. You get one of these kits, and the older, I don't know if they did them in the 60s, but I know for sure in the 70s, they stood the muffler up sideways like this, and it went between the rear end and the gas tank. Here, let's face the car and do that. So it went between the rear end and the gas tank, and it was kind of like a sideways, up and downy horizontal mount. And you got 2 in and 2 out. So it comes in at the top on one side and the top on the other side, and comes out the bottom and the bottom. And both pipes run through the one muffler. And the muffler is supposedly designed to do that. So that is the kit that we have for this car on account of the bars that I just showed you. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpackage that, and I'm going to kind of spread it out on the floor and make sure that everybody looks happy. And I'm not going to get the exhaust in the car today. And I'm probably not going to video me doing the exhaust on account of it's dark under there, and how the hell are you going to see me doing that? So let's have a look, see what's going on here. Shall we? Oh, there's the instructions. Ooh, a sticker. Ooh, look at that guy. Hey, can you see that? No, you can't. We got a chrome pipes emblem. That'll look good on the fridge. So yeah, anyways, like I was saying, in a car like that, and I suppose if you had some kind of whiz-banger exhaust system in your car, Oh, look at that, a hole right through the box, hey? That this would be a valid option. Where's the cutter opener? I gotta find a wrist cutter. So if you've never seen one of these, I've never held one in my hands, but I know what the whole idea behind this. The owner said that he went online and, holy shit, that's heavy. And he found sound clips and stuff. And I don't know what kind of sound system he's got on his computer, but he says he liked the way it sounded. Huh. Wasn't that a pet, hey? She's the old Pipes Race Pro. Oh, that's funny. Can you see me? Okay, that's funny. That's your flow through design. Well, I guess it's not going to hurt exhaust flow, is it? Here, put that back in the box. Oh yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, anyways, the whole idea is that that's going to mount such in the car. And I'm wondering if maybe they're thinking that you'll go in here and out here, and in here and out there. I don't know. There's some paperwork over there will lead me. There's Santa Claus in a box. No? All right. These are actually pretty big pipes. Oh gosh, I didn't know that was 2 pipes. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Just look what they do nowadays, hey? Look at them little special. What's... I don't know. So, I'm assuming, since there's an arrow there, I don't know if the arrow goes backwards or frontwards. Probably frontwards. So that goes. Oh yeah. Huh. Isn't that a pip, hey? What the hell? That's going to go over the diff somehow. What do we got here? Oh, I see. What? Or do I? Then we got a couple of these. Here they go that way. Probably that way. A couple of them. Oh yeah, because that's got to go into the muffler. I forgot about the muffler. Oh yeah. So this is going to go this side. And this is going to go this side. And those are going to go up over the rear end. And they're going to plug into the muffler. And then these guys are going to come out of the muffler. So these are going to go into the bottom of the muffler, I'm guessing, and these are going to come out of the top of the muffler. Oh yeah. And then we just have 2 penile extensions here. I kind of wanted to just get my head around what the gig is going to be here. So those guys, these guys here, are going to come off of there. And then they're going to go into the bottom of the muffler like that. And then the tailpipe is going to come off the top of the muffler and then it's curved like that to dump. Because I mean, there's even a factory exhaust hanger for this tang that's still on the car. So it's not going to be bad. And really, all this was $650 American. I'm Canadian. By the time I got it here, it was more than double that. More than double that. But an exhaust shop already said it'd be at least $2,000 over the phone. You're too low. So you know, if they're telling you it's going to be at least $2,000 over the phone, they're not going to give you a bill for $1,739. This is going to be good. I think this will be good. I'll have to come up with a couple of hangers, because you can't just hang it from the headers and then from the back. I imagine we got a couple in here. What do we got? Oh yeah, hey? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, boy! So I've just spent a minute engaging my little pea brain here. So I think what I'm going to do when I assemble all this under the car is I'll weld the connector flanges, the 3-inch with the triangle on it, you know what I'm saying? Up here. These will be welded, that'll be welded. But that joint back there, focus. That joint back there, I'll leave that a slip fit with a clamp, so that if something has to be done to the car, because this is all going to be, the drive shaft and everything is going to be running above this. So if you're going to do anything transmission drive shaft wise, you'll just unbolt the collectors at the headers, take those clamps off, drop this center section of pipe, yoink, and yank it out of there. You'll just yank it out of there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what we'll do. That's kind of a neat setup back there. I'm kind of, that's gonna be something. And actually, that's not what I expected for a muffler. I thought it was going to be a muffling muffler, not a non-muffling muffler. So I bet you this will sound pretty good. The only thing is, so this motor is, don't worry about that. We'll talk about that one of these days. But that motor is not, oh, there's a stick right in the way. It's not a big horny motor, so it doesn't got a big cam in it, because I believe that this kind of an exhaust system sharing a muffler, it would kind of kill the dump of the motor, you know, if you had a big cam in it, because it's going to be sharing exhaust notes. So it would sound better with a true dual exhaust, so you get the individual left and right, whereas with this you're kind of not gonna. But I got a feeling that motor's pretty much gonna go when it's running anyways. So but yeah, anyways, that's having a look at the old pipes. We got some pipes. I got a problem here. That's a problem. I wonder, I should be able to pull that distributor and 180 it. Maybe I'll have to take a bit of a measurement and make sure that Mr. Vacuum Pot will clear. Yeah, because I guess I kind of need it to be back there behind the distributor. If I 180 it, it's going to put it back here. So it shouldn't interfere, it's not going to interfere with that. Because I mean, really a distributor, it doesn't care where it is. As long as number one up there meets with number one down in there, doesn't matter where that is, right? Right. So I should be able to pull this out, 180 it, and then reconfigure everybody. I don't know if it's configured correctly anyways. I didn't realize that Pontiac has the same firing order as the Chev. So I'm assuming that disrupticator turns in the same fashion. One thing that's odd is on most motors, the leading cylinder head is your number one cylinder. That's the leading cylinder head. But that's number one. Weird, hey? Pontiac. Nice finish work. What's the matter with you guys? That's the factory intake. It's weird, hey? Woo! Pontiac. Hey, woo! So yeah, I gotta figure that out, I guess. And I got to look up and see if that yellow wire puts 12 volts to the factory coil. Because a lot of times they only put like 8 or 9 volts or something like that to them. But I'm thinking that's the white wire. I'm thinking is reduced voltage, and I'm thinking that yellow wire. Well, no, they couldn't do that, could they? I wonder if that, because that yellow wire is off of this yellow wire here. I'm gonna have to look into that. I haven't done car wiring in a while, you know, and stuff escapes you. So I'm wondering if that yellow wire, if maybe it's just momentary power. I'll have to look into that. Because we need constant power, like even, because most power is in your fuse box. If you don't know this, maybe you don't know, you lose power to just about everybody when you turn the key, because it focuses all the vehicle's power to that starter to get the turkey running. So you need to find a non-keyed power source. I don't know if that yellow wire is going to be it. I'll have to look into that. I'm sure if you know you're answering me sitting there wherever you're sitting on your phone or your computer or your TV or whatever you're doing, you're answering me right now, but can't hear you, sorry. So I'm going to leave this here as just a catch-up video, as an update video on this, because I don't want to do 5-hour-long videos. I don't watch them. I don't watch when other people do them, and I'm not going to do them either. So yeah, we're going to leave this one here, and I'm going to start working on this. And yeah, I'll catch little tidbits of what I'm doing. A lot of the shit you don't want to watch anyways. It's tedious and it's dumb. But, you know, I'll... you know what I'm saying? Probably not, hey? All right, thanks.